everyone. Thank you for tuning in to DBS this morning. You caught us at a great time. Mona Lisa was just showing us a little bit of her moves that she learned today.
That's right, Alison. Today it's all about boxing. So tell me, are you ready to bamba? To chill with the big boys?
Apparently, boxing has Mona Lisa feeling very excited. But before we go to the ring, let's see what news Kendall has for us this morning.
Don't go too far. We'll be right back.
The St. Lucia Boxing Association recently participated in a boxing tournament that was held in Guyana. St. Lucia returned home with a gold and silver medal, and I'm pretty sure Coach Conrad was very pleased. We got the opportunity to speak to both coach and one of the participants, so let's check that out.
So I'm here with Coach Conrad, who is the coach at the St. Lucia Boxing Federation. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm not too bad.
Lovely. How long have you been coaching boxing?
About 20-something years in this gym. My name is Coach Conrad Fredericks, and I worked with this gym for over 22, 23 years. For the boxing for the past 22 years, I train all of them, what goes on to do good, who goes on to do bad, who goes on to fulfill their dreams, who goes on to turn coaching, some of them even want to turn coach now. Like Ram Boston, I train Ram Boston from school, and now Ram Boston could come back and give back to the association, because he's the man when we come in the gyms, he always help the young boxers, and as part of good word to them, that's why I do not shun my senior boxers who pass from the senior level into coach. Whenever they come, if they want to train, I work with them as a coach, just like what train them. They work along with me, and they do a lot for the boxing so far. They're helping us. They help, because it's me alone, and it's very hard. It's very hard on me alone to be one coach training a whole set of different boxers at different tournaments, and it'd be a lot of pressure. I even recruit a young person, but other person, but he's not a coach. But I train him to be a coach, teaching him different things. What he knows, he know a lot about physical, and that's what a national team needs. A national team needs physical. Because without physical, there's nowhere a team could go without physical, and that's what he's doing. But what I want you to learn to do now, help me with coaching, And so far he's coming on, but he couldn't be here today because his son fell ill at the school, so he had to go and attend to his son. So far, we're working every day from Monday to Friday, the Boxing Association. I just come from a tournament in Guyana, where the young boxers, we carry 2 young boxers, where one come back with a silver and one come back with a gold.
How does it feel to know that your 2 boys came back with those medals?
It feels wonderful, It feels wonderful because that I was not here with the team, because I was at the Commonwealth Games in England. I was there for over nearly 2 months, because I've been on to training. I've been on to do a training camp with the senior fighters, then move on to the Commonwealth Games. But when I come back, they were out of the gym. I end up sending phone calls, talk to the parents, getting back in the gym in a short notice. And what with my boxers them? If I shouted at my boxers, I'd explain them and say why I shouted them. You might know because you were there. I always tell them, I say, man, if I shout at you, I want the job to done. I'm not shouting at you because I vex with you or I have attitude. I want the job. If I talk easy, it would be like a play and the job would not done. So I talk to them a little bit rough, but I don't mean anything with it. They can ask for anything. And next thing, my boxers, them, why they are always around me, I give back. Because when I was down and out in this gym, I have nothing. When my boxers help me out to go home, with passage and those things come back. So if I work in the Ministry of Development Sport, I draw a salary. Now I could help my young boxers. The 2 boxers them had been to Guyana. What brings success for them is that there was discipline. At sometimes I even tell them, why you don't come in the room? Why you don't come in your hotel? Why you don't come into your room? You are going to take a play, you're going to take a walk. I say, our coach, we ain't come for the, we come to fight. I say, okay. do your thing. And they sit in the room. When I say we going to train all the morning, we go and train all the morning. A place called the Seawalls in Guyana, we go and train early morning, come back train afternoon again. When they go and get a fight, one lose on a split decision, one lose on point, he didn't, the boy we fight is, have so much fight, and the Guyanese fighters them up, so much fights. So he didn't pull through. But the other young one, keyboard pull through, keyboard fight the boy in Trinidad, have so much fights and dominate the fight, dominate the tournament where he come out with a goal. Or we get silver, and we do well. Guyana gets 8 medals, Bahamas get 2, and we get 1. All other countries, no, they didn't get no medals, so we do well, and if we do have to, well, 2 young fighters will never fight to go to Guyana, because whenever you go to Guyana fight, Guyana fighters that past a level already that you think they have so much fights already, so when you could fight in Guyana and get a medal, it's extra plus. Extra plus, yeah.
You must be really proud, and I'm proud of St. Lucia as well. So what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is the young boxer when he comes to see me in the boxing gym. And whenever I see somebody, a fresh person come in the gym and say, well, I want to train, that motivates me more. Yes. So we have a tournament in Dominica on I feel 11 to the 15 or 11 to the 16, something like that. In Dominica, we want to carry a very big squad. We want to carry a squad of 15. We want to carry a squad of 2 female, at least 2 female boxers. They might be the fourth outing for them. And we want to carry at least 14 or 12 male boxers.
So speaking of the women boxers, though, because you mentioned the female boxers, I know people usually, we have a generic thinking about males being boxers, because that's what we see on the TV. We don't see many women. So there are women in this gym, yes?
Yeah, there are more than 2 women. There are more. We have 4 female boxers so far, because you're the part of one. And you're the part of one. And what I want to tell the female boxers is not that it's a game that can self-defense too, not only for box, because when you come and box in a boxing gym, you can learn to box. You can learn to protect yourself. You can learn to defend yourself from animals, from men outside. I want to say animal because I'm a man, but I have sisters and I have a lot of feelings for females. That's why whenever a female comes in my gym, I'm proud of them. I push them to a level that they could do. Right now, I have 2 female boxers that I want to send to carry to Dominica. So it's a Caribbean tournament, and I know they go, they know they're going to do well, because they're pushing themselves, they always be here, they always here. Whenever I call them, they're here, and they're trying their best to do. We want to carry at least 15 to 16 boxers to Dominica, because we could go on a boat, and I know we could go on a boat and it can be more cheap for us, because we're right next door to Dominica. We're not too far from Dominica. So we want to carry a big squad that we want to hold that championship and bring it back to St. Lucia.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Coach. We see that you are doing a very good job with our young people, and keep it up.
Thank you very much. And we hope you come back another time and see my boxers. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am joined here with Mr. Uwe Shalmine. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks.
And you are a boxer, correct?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 14.
How long have you been doing boxing?
I've been boxing since November last year.
And is this a passion of yours, and how did you get into it?
I got into it by an anime and my friends. The anime is Baki Hanma.
And how did this passion come about?
I think my friends and I they were boxers, and we were sparring one night and I lost. And I was watching the anime and I was like, okay, if they can do it, then I can do it too.
All right, I agree. I totally agree. I heard that you recently traveled to Guyana. How was that?
It was all right. It was a nice learning experience. I found it really beneficial to me.
Was this your first time performing?
Yes, it was my first time.
Were you nervous?
A little.
But how did you overcome that nervousness?
Well, to be honest, I didn't overcome the nervousness. I just forgot about it in the ring.
I completely agree because when you're so passionate about something, sometimes everything else just goes out the window. Am I right?
Yes, yes, sure.
And what did you win when you were there?
I won a silver medal. Yeah, I won silver and second place.
All right. So, what is your weight class?
My weight class is lightweight. I weigh 140.
All right. So, is there anything you'd like to tell the aspiring boxers out there?
You should chase your dreams. Spar more with people in a higher weight class than you. You should spar with people that's a lot heavier and better than you. It will really help. And watch a lot of boxers. Like sometimes if you go to the gym, just come to the gym to watch people train and pinpoint your weaknesses, your strengths, and work on it.
All right. Is there anybody who may have gone before you who you aspire to be like?
No, not really.
Is there any boxers that you look up to?
I look up to Prince Nassim, and yeah, that's him. Just Prince Nassim.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day.
At the boxing gym, we happened to come across a very common onlooker, Mr. Stan Bishop. Never in the ring, but always beside it. Mr. Bishop is the PRO of the St. Lucia Boxing Association. We had a little chit-chat with him, so let's hear what he had to say. So we are here with Stan, who is the PRO of the St. Lucia Boxing Association. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Awesome. So what is the spark of that passion for boxing?
Well, I grew up in Ghana. I was born and raised in Ghana for the first 18 years. And opposite my home was YMCA, where young men got a chance to take part in sport, and the sport was boxing. So I'd go over there very often, watch the guys do it. Never brought myself towards, joining boxing, but I know we watched boxing religiously on television, especially when we had major championship fights. So we got our TV in like mid-80s, give away my age. So I would have seen the Tyson matches and the Lennox Lewis and Frank Bruno and so on, Prince Nassim and these guys. So I got interested in actually watching and following boxing.
All right. We heard that not you, but we heard that the Boxing Association also had some tournaments. Could you tell us a little bit more about them?
Yeah, we had a hiatus from tournaments due to COVID, but the first tournament that we took part in was the AMBC Intercontinental Elite Men and Women's Championship, and that was held in Ecuador from March to April this year. We fielded two boxers, a middleweight and a super heavyweight. That's Keegan Motley and Liren Regis. It was the best boxers in the Americas. The boxers, they made it through the preliminary round via buys, but they didn't really advance after their first bouts because their weight classes, and plus we didn't get much sparring here, their weight classes it's very difficult to get boxers in their weight classes in terms of sparring. So it was an experience for them. They came back home energized nonetheless, because as soon as they came back home in April, they started preparing for the Commonwealth Games that was held in Birmingham. And we added Arthur Langley, another boxer, he's from Vieux-Fort. So the three of the boxers went up to England, and they went to Repton Gym, where they spent like a month training, sparring. They got people in their weight classes to spar with. They got strength and conditioning. So they were very prepared for the Commonwealth Games. The guys got buys again, and then Arthur got a walkover as well. So he went through to the round of 8. Two boxers, even though they didn't win medals, two boxers actually placed 5th in their respective categories, and the Commonwealth Games gave them certificates of recognition and stuff like that. So we came back pumped. Their third tournament was the schoolboys tournament in Ghana that was held in August. We had two young boxers, Hervé and Kievert, and Hervé joined the gym in November last year, and Kievert joined in April this year. It was their very first, one is 14, one is 15, it was their very first competitive bout, and it wasn't even on home soil. One got a silver medal in his category, the other got a gold. We were really thrilled about that because it's not easy to go to Ghana and win, and these guys were able to come back with their tournaments with medals. So we want to really thank all the boxers who would have participated or competed this year and really did well. Right now we have a tournament coming up in Dominica from the 11th to the 18th of December. It's the Caribbean Boxing Championships, and it's like kind of like the last tournament of the year. We are hoping to field at least 15 or 16 boxers, male and females. So we're working towards doing that. So even boxers who would have come in to the gym maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, they get a chance to actually participate in that tournament because it's where you get a lot of experience.
Okay, but how is the overall support? You all get a lot of support from the public, from everybody?
Well, we do get, our parent body would be the International Boxing Association. They send us equipment. So most of the equipment you would see inside there, AIBA sends that to us. We get a fund, we get a grant every year from AIBA as well. So what we do is every time we get equipment, all the equipment you see, gloves, everything, every time we get equipment from them, we would actually share it with other gyms. So we've shared boxing equipment in the past year to Boys Training Center, Border Lake Correctional Facility, 3 gyms. One in Soufrière, one in Choiseul, and one in Vieux-Fort. We're supposed to start training at Boys Training Center as well as the Border Lake Correctional Facility. But COVID has put a damper on that but since COVID is subsiding, we hope to start that training program. We also get support from the National Lotteries Authority, Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, as well as St. Lucia Olympic Committee, Inc. So anytime we have tournaments that we have to go to, those are the main sponsors who come through for us.
Seeing that you are so passionate about boxing, how comes we never see you in the ring?
I've been in the ring a few times, especially when I have to take photos and videos of the guys. I've been. Yeah, I've been in the ring, yeah. She wasn't around when I was there, yeah. But I love the sport, man. I mean, like I was telling one of the boxers a while ago, he could have been a million places. There's a lot of violence going on and whatever. Our motto at the gym is creating champions and better citizens. And if you look at these youngsters, they could have been doing a whole bunch of stuff that, not kosher, but they find the time to come and give their energies here. We've had boxers who took the program at Boys Training Center, left Boys Training Center, stayed with the gym, and they ended up becoming, gold medal winners and stuff like that, and they stayed away from violence. We have had boxers who won multiple championships, local and regional, and they've progressed overseas, and they're still with the sport. Some of them train or coach. We also have a program where we allow our senior boxers to take courses in boxing, and they become certified coaches. Like Arthur, I think. Arthur is like 37 now. The Commonwealth Games might have been his last tournament, and we're encouraging him to actually take up coaching. We also will be getting a new coach from Cuba. He's in the island right now. So the program is growing, and one of the misconceptions people have is that the gym is just for males. Sisters are welcome too. You come to the gym, you will not be harassed. We will not tolerate harassment. So you feel safe in the gym. What we do encourage though is that you come early so that you leave early before the sunset, because the location sometimes, so we always encourage sisters to come and be part of the gym. Young children can also join the gym, I think from like age 9 upwards. Yeah.
Yes, I was about to ask from how old. Yeah. So that doesn't take away from their ability. I know sometimes when you're young, sometimes I know certain exercises that young children are supposed to be doing, but we're good on that with the boxing.
What we do is we don't allow anybody to start boxing, especially children. We don't allow any child to start boxing unless their parents agree to that. You don't spar with anybody unless. What we do is we teach you the techniques. Even adults, we don't encourage adults to just start boxing, just like that. We teach you the techniques first, and then you actually take up. So, for example, we go to schools and do showcases where we explain to the students what the boxing moves are and how they can participate in boxing. So coming to the gym doesn't mean you have to fight somebody next week. Because just like being beat up in school, you might be, So it doesn't happen overnight, but it's a discipline. We've seen some like Leron Regis, our only He was our only super heavyweight. He's still in the gym, but we've gotten another super heavyweight. Liron took this program in 2016 while he was a student at Corinth Secondary. If you take PE, you have to take a sport. And he found out about the gym and he took that sport up. He was one of the boxers who he went to Ecuador and he went to the Commonwealth Games. He's one of the persons who got a certificate. Also, 2 of our boxers are currently in the Emerging and Elite Athletes program run by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports. So they get a grant every year. I think it's about $5,000. So they get a grant every single year to assist them with purchasing vitamin, equipment, and stuff like that. Nice. So there are benefits to it.
That's very nice.
Well, seeing that boxing has lost a little fuel in the St. Lucian community, is there anything that the Boxing Association is doing to bring that spark back up?
Yeah. Prior to COVID, we used to have those exhibition matches. So we would take the ring and bring it in front of the market and put it there, and we have exhibition matches. Because COVID has subsided, we're actually going to start doing that again. Ideally, we're supposed to have a Creole Boxing Championships in October, where we invite folks from the OECS, Trinidad and Barbados, and so on, to participate. And St. Lucia, you would win that sometimes, Grenada would. It's too early or too close, so we wouldn't be able to do that this year, but next year we want to do that tournament as well as the exhibition matches. We will be having exhibition matches probably closer to the end of the year, as soon as we get our things together. But sponsorship for the boxing, we've never closed the gym unless the CMO said close the gym. Just to share, we've never had incidents of COVID and whatever because we follow all the protocols and everything. But boxing will get back to the way it was before. We used to have so many champions, and thanks to our coaches actually, and our boxers, the sport will rise.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's Soca Size session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with Soca Size. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a cardio Soca Jam routine to Do Play That by Marshall Montano. Let's get moving. So we're going to begin with our right leg, toe, tapping, hands side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1, pump the arms, pump. Removing the core as well. 4, 3, 2, now we're going to shuffle, push, move those legs, turn, turn, turn. Gonna tap, tap, and pull. Tap. Four, 3, 2, left leg. Let's go. And my low impact, you can skip the jump and just tap the leg. 4, 3, 2, pump, and 4, 3, 2, shuffle, push, turn, 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 pull, and 4, 3, 2, 1, tap. 4, 3, 2, 1, pump. Hey. Push. Turn. 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 Left leg. Tap.
Me all the structure when you jam back. Girl, and when you bump back way. Mommy. Girl, when you dance
4,
just like that, girl, you wind
3,
just like that for me.
2,
I say
1, pump.
Girl, don't play that. Girl, don't play that. If you're whining, wind back on me. Properly, don't play that, play that.
4,
Don't play that.
3,
Don't play that.
2, 1, push. Turn. 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 That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with Soca Size. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of today's show. We learned a lot about boxing. We got in that ring ourselves, and we had a blast. Isn't that right, Mona Lisa?
We did.
Now, before we leave, we just want to leave you with this quote.
You don't lose if you get knocked down. You lose if you stay down.
So, don't stay down. Get right back up and try again. But we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.